You have a lot of influences, jazz being an influence, rock music, punk music, funk.
African music,
Classical music.
Bulgarian polka music, all music.
Why are your tastes so diverse?
I don't even think of my tastes being diverse, but I guess they are, and thank you for acknowledging. I just love music, you know. When I was a kid, the first music I ever heard was on the radio, like pop music, you know. My name is Michael, I got a nickel. It's like, my name is Michael. And then when I was about 6 years old, my parents split up, and my father, who was, bless his heart, rest in peace, a pretty square dude. You know, briefcase, suit, got on the subway every day in New York, went to work. We came from Australia, worked at the Australian consulate in New York City. And my mom and he got divorced, and my mom took up with a jazz musician in the 60s jazz scene in New York, straight bebop player, you know, hard bebop. And the first time I really saw people playing music was playing, you know, bebop in my living room, guys jamming out, you know, and, you know, ferociously.
Okay.
Jamming out, you know, playing the music of Charlie Parker and Fats Navarro, Dizzy Gillespie, Thelonious Monk, like the bebop, the hardcore. And, you know, they're, you know, it's very cerebrally, spiritually, in every way, a very intense music. And as a little kid, I couldn't believe it. It was so beautiful, and I just rolled around on the floor, like laughing, like it was so incredible. But I didn't, when I saw that, and when I heard that, and when I was deeply affected by that, it was music to me. Right. It wasn't different than like when I put on the White Album and, you know, listened to the Beatles, or when I heard anything. It was just people making music. And it always affected me in the same way. It was just like, this is beautiful. And so it's all just been music to me. So, you know, we categorize it up by culture and by neighborhood and by ethnicity and all these stuff. And that's all beautiful, because everyone, you know, music ferments in its own way with every culture and every person. But for me, you know, it's all music, and I'm grateful for all of it.